Okay, the fan started. It took about 5 minutes with the heat gun on high. And again, I'm using a heat gun, not a blow dryer. A blow dryer won't have the same watts. It'll probably still work, but it might take 10 minutes. I tried my thermometer, but I'm not getting a very good reading with the thermometer. I'm only getting around 80. So I'm questioning if this thermometer is actually good or not. So that was a failure. So next, after this unit cools off, I'm going to show you how to test the voltage and jumper the thermostat to see if the fan itself is working. Now, referring back to our drawing, what we want to do is we want to bypass the thermostat and the contactor to see if the fan works. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a jumper between 1 and 3. And I'm going to show you how to locate 1 and 3 on the actual plug. And what that does, it completes this circuit here. So this comes down, goes in, hits the contactor, comes back, hits the thermostat, which is in series with the contactor, and then completes the circuit and turns the fan on. So we're just going to make a jumper here, and if the fan turns on, that means the fan is good. And then you're questioning now, is the thermostat good or is the contactor working? So let's do that next. We'll put a jumper between 1 and 3. So what I'm using for a jumper, this is a piece of 14 gauge wire out a piece of Romex. So it's just a solid piece of 14. It works pretty well because I can really insert it into the back of the jumper. You can almost use anything. Just make sure it's insulated. We're only talking 24 volts DC here, so you're not going to get shocked. But something nice and solid will allow you to push deep into the plug. So the first step is to figure out where 1 and 3 is. So here's J12 right here. J12, which is on the right side of the unit. But keep note, this particular unit is the newer units, the most popular unit that's outside. And the capacitors, these two big white capacitors, are in the back. The earlier units, the capacitors were in the front. So this plug would have been on this side. But for this unit, the plug's on this side. It's the same for both as far as the configuration. So here's P12. It says it right there, P12. And I'm just going to lift it right out. And here's how we're going to know how to identify the pins. You're going to hold this plug like this. So this jumper right here is facing the wall right here. With the jumper right there, the pins go, they go 1, 2, 3. So if you see that, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put the jumper between here and there. And I'll let you, just a note, the unit does not have to be producing power for this test because we're bypassing the contactor and we're bypassing the thermostat. But the unit does have to be powered on. You see here I have a yellow ready light. I have a green indicator here saying the unit's powered. So we do have to have power. And again, we're going to hold this up so the jumper is facing there. Be very careful. If you put the jumper between these two right here, this black and this red, you're going to blow a fuse. So I'm going to try to get set up and we'll test the fan.